the main guilt trip I have is working. Right, and him being in daycare, because from year 1 till today he goes to daycare. COVID was kick-starting again, right? The second wave. So we were like, how do we manage? And all hospital visits were with mask and no one were allowed.
Hi, Apurva.
Hi, Shobna.
I would love for you to introduce your wonderful self to the world. So, Apurva, the stage is yours.
Okay. I'm Apurva. I am born and brought up in Bangalore, but my roots are from Mangalore.
Your eyes say it all. The Mangalorean beautiful eyes.
Oh, thank you. I've studied everything in Bangalore, never gone out. I might say I'm jack of many, but master of none. So I've tried my hands in a lot of stuff, apart from studies, like volleyball. Apart from studies. So volleyball.
Got it.
I played state level, stopped after that. That's why I said I'm a jack, not master. I stopped after state level.
Played up to state level. I call you a master. Please proceed.
No. So I played volleyball for some time. I was into swimming, but never played professionally. And then I was in debates for some time. And then what I've done for a very long time is dancing.
No. What form?
Bharatanatyam. From the time I was 5 years,
right,
till I was mid of engineering, I've continued dancing. I've completed that senior. I never wrote Vidvat, so I don't teach anyone. I cannot teach till I finish that exam. But I still love dancing. But after I completed engineering, my master's, and then got into professional world, it pretty much stopped for 2 years.
Of course.
Of course.
Life gets sucked out of you.
Yeah.
Right.
Everything got sucked out of me. And after kid, that has also gone to a pause for the last 3 years. So
a very, very versatile Apurva right here. So now coming to the part that took the space, which is your son.
Yeah.
So she has a very, very sweet son called Atharv. So why don't you introduce Atharv?
Okay. Atharv is now 3 years, 11 months. He's a lovely child. He was very like a quiet child, but a little bit of naughtiness till he was 3. From 3, he started going to a daycare here in this apartment, where he started gelling with kids who's around the apartment. So he became very naughty. I think she knows.
My kids live here. So she's kind of trying to tell me that, you know, your kids did this to my son.
No.
Go on, please. That's okay.
Yeah, but he's quite naughty. He's quiet, but he's naughty.
That's why he's quite naughty.
Yeah. So he's a COVID kid, the second peak wave of COVID. He's a COVID kid. I don't know if we have to call it a COVID kid.
No, I very much do. They are their own human beings, because they're brought up in a very different environment.
Very different. That's why
we will come to that. We'll come to that. Yes, please continue.
Now is the summer break, so he's enjoying the summer camp.
And so are we. They are going to the summer camp.
Yes. That's how I am. I don't know if it is guilty or
no.
Guilty pleasure.
They're all like that. Keeping their boredom at bay is a huge task.
Very big task.
So while schools are on, they have their friends and they have so much of studies and teachers and assignments absorbing them. But when it comes to vacations, it's just mother.
Oh yes.
Mother standing right there. And mother, you're responsible for my excitement, enjoyment throughout vacations.
Yes.
What am I going to do? Tell me now.
Yes.
And I'm like,
no, yeah, what do I do next? What do I do next? In just 2 days gap that he gets, Saturday, Sunday, this is what is going to happen. What do I do now? What do I do next?
So we're used to Saturday, Sundays. I can handle 2 days of this questions, you know, but I cannot handle
the entire set of
60 days of vacations where every morning you wake up, what are we doing today?
Yeah.
I don't know. So we'll come back to the COVID times, because of course I call it in India, I'm not just talking about India, I think the whole world changed so much, and it was Earth XX, you know, a huge planet of itself. So all the aliens born,
including my kid
and mine. My second kid was born around the first wave.
Yeah.
So all our alien kids born at around that time.
Yes.
Are a different personality and had a huge task adapting to the normal way of Earth.
Yes.
So why don't you speak a little bit about your time of, I mean, obviously that means you conceived during the first wave, I'm assuming.
Yes.
So your entire pregnancy, the journey, the time you heard about the news, was it, oh yes, an alien is coming into this world? Or was it, oh my God, what am I going to do with this alien? So please. Tell us a little bit
I
about your.
think it was a mix of both, but I was excited because we were planning, right? It was not
Okay.
an accidental kid. It was a planned one.
We planned the alien.
Yes, we planned the alien. Yes, it was quite a both of things. I mean, of course, we were excited, but we were also thinking because it was kind of COVID was kick-starting again, right? The
Oh,
second
yeah.
wave. So we were like, how do we manage? And all hospital visits were with mask, and no one were allowed. Believe it or not, my husband Sharath was not even allowed. The first time we did the ultrasound,
Scan.
he couldn't see the
Baby.
scan. Yeah, he couldn't see. The second or the third, I think, where they can hear the heartbeat and stuff, that's where he came in. So it was
Got
a
it.
mixed bag of emotions because I also got something called as gestation diabetes.
Oh,
So I had
no.
to get into full diet. I was even slimmer than how I am now. So because I had to
Right.
get into that strict
Proper
diet.
strict
Yeah,
diet.
and we couldn't even walk out much because there was COVID. We would only could walk around the
This
apartment.
is my living room.
Yeah, this is my living room.
I
This
do
is my
20
living-
rounds.
Yes, exactly.
Did you notice that corner before?
So there is dust there. Oh, let me clean while I'm walking.
See, that's the exercise you needed, right?
Exactly.
There you go.
So the entire period was fun, but it had its ups and downs. But kid as such in my belly never bothered me, right?
The kid in your belly is living a beautiful life inside the
enjoying.
womb.
Yeah.
It gets attention of mom and dad equally, actually.
Oh,
During
yes.
COVID, I think that was one of the boons for the children
Yes,
there. They
yes.
are, I think they're born pampered.
Oh no, they were born pampered.
The fact that the whole family, maybe sometimes even the extended family, if they had an opportunity to land before the flights were closed.
Yeah.
Everybody working from home had the blessing in disguise
Yes.
was the fact that both the parents were very
Over
much
there.
involved
Yes.
at home with the child.
Yes. That's why I said
So-
it was blessing for us more than I know for the world it may not be, but yeah.
Well, eventually, we realized the hardships of the aliens born into the human world. That also
Useful.
kicks in.
Yeah.
So I get the con part of the whole COVID bit later, but so tell me one of the facts where you felt Sharath's dad mode kick in, because now that he's 24/7
Yes.
at the baby's disposal.
Yeah.
So
I think it was not the first day. First day we were exhausted, both of us, because we went to the hospital at 2 a.m. in the night.
he was allowed inside while you
No,
were.
that's
Okay,
what, he had to stay out
Okay.
and he fell asleep because it was from 1 a.m. in the night I was having pain and I told 2 a.m. we were in the hospital. 2 to 10 they waited for normal delivery. Finally it was a C-section, so he was exhausted along with me.
Of course.
Looking at me in pain, he didn't know what to do, felt helpless.
Right.
So he slept off, then he woke up and we both were in the ward when he came in.
Right.
So he was so excited to look at the kid, but his dad mode kicked in when we came back home.
Right.
Right. I was a little tired. I had also had to log in to say that I'm going to take the break.
Right.
So that time he was taking care of the kid.
Right.
He was this small, right? And we had to give him bath using a cloth, right? That's the
The
initial
sponge bath.
sponge bath stuff.
Right.
Yeah. So that is where it kicked in. I saw him being so gentle with that baby and he wiped it so smooth. And I was scared and he said, "Don't worry, it's easy to do." And I was like, okay, he's better than me at this. So that's where I felt it kicked in.
Oh, that is so sweet. That is really sweet.
Yeah.
So, tell me, what has the journey been since? Now, with a child born during COVID times,
Yes.
challenges that you probably faced when it came to bringing or raising a small child or a toddler during this time.
Raising was easier, I felt. But
Okay.
what was challenging was he became too attached to both of us. Like
Right.
Sharath and I, right? He didn't know anyone else. Though my mom and dad were there, I went to my mom's house, which is in Bangalore itself, so I could
Right.
travel and be there. But he was very clingy to us,
Right.
right? Only he knew that world. Mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, and it's a joint family there. So he only knew that world. And main con I felt is my in-laws coming and visiting the kid, right?
Okay.
It never happened. Like it happened after he was, I would say, 3 months old. They came for the naming ceremony. So that is the con I feel. They could have spent more time in the initial phases. And then we went to Mangalore, of course, right? Then he started forgetting grandparents here.
Short-term memory.
Short-term memory.
Of course.
The con was that only we couldn't travel very freely wherever we frequently, and there was always a restriction, right? And any function we wanted to do, even naming ceremony, we did it in the home. But any ceremony, it was very small. I was feeling sad about that. That's the only con, right? And we do this ear piercing and stuff, which we didn't get it done for Athar.
Okay.
We never went out anywhere, right? That
Right.
COVID, I don't know if he'll catch, I'll catch. If I catch, he'll get it. All that was happening.
Right.
So we never did that. And small ceremony happened at home.
Got it.
So that's the main con, I would say. His first birthday was also not grand because, yeah, that's the con piece,
I
right?
see.
Every
Right.
celebration was to ourselves. We couldn't tell the world, no, I have a kid, I want to show it.
I want to show off.
Yes,
this beautiful boy in my
yes,
hand.
Yes, that didn't happen. Yeah.
So was he born with a mask?
He would
I
have
talk about that all the time.
he would have if he could.
Right? We lived in a mask, right? So the child was. I would always joke about saying for them it was more normal to see people with masks.
He was never bothered about it. Yeah, he
Right.
thought it was part and parcel of life when you get out of the house.
This is how aliens dress up in Earth XX.
Yes, this is how my mom looks with everything on.
You have a mouth?
No, seriously, that's true.
So, do you think, and would you be able to share probably an incident where you feel that Atharv has been this mini guru in your life, Sharat's life?
Many incidents, right? One of it, like we've taught him to say please and thank you.
Right.
And he always says he's learnt it from Simba. Okay, which because he has a book which says magical words.
Oh, Simba the child, the lion. Oh.
So he says Simba has taught me please and thank you and not us.
Which is
there's no credit.
life
for us.
lesson learned there.
Yeah,
I
life
never
lesson.
get credit in my life.
Yes, that's the life lesson one. Right?
Right.
You teach him, he will learn it, but he'll still think the whole
Other
world taught him.
course.
Yeah, so that's one. But the main thing what he said is, I was telling him if somebody hits you, you ask him why is he hitting, and then you say don't do it and stuff.
Right.
And he's like, if he's hitting, I'll say don't hit me and I'll go away. Then I realized, why am I complicating stuff? Why are you teaching him that say this, say that? They will figure it out. That's one thing. And the other thing is, generally as adults, right, though we teach our kids, we don't use please, right? I've never asked like, please can you pass me that? We'll say pass me that because we are so
Right.
casual, right? So that's please, though it's magical words, we teach them. He's taught me back. So he's like, even if I say come take bath, he's like, say please, I'll come. So
Wow.
that's what I've learned.
Oh, that's really nice. Actually, yeah, those are fundamental lessons that we probably knew at some point, and
Yes.
over a period of time, as we grew wiser,
Yes.
we tend to outgrow them
Outgrow
and
that.
forget them,
Yes,
and then come these beautiful mini gurus in our lives
Yeah,
to
which
reiterate
back.
these lessons
Yes,
in our lives.
yes.
So yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's cool. The day the child is born, a new world opens up.
Oh, yes.
Where it's not just you and the baby. It's also the rest of the world that wants to give you immense advice
Oh, yes. Yes.
on everything that you're doing.
Yes.
And they'll always have an opinion. And I do too.
Yeah, that's what even I might tell someone, right? I did this, you may also try this.
Correct. So, can you name maybe one of the advice that you received from somebody that turned out to be very useful?
So May he was born, right? June, July is a little cold, right?
Right.
For not very cold, but rainy and dampy.
Yeah, it's
and
a weird weather.
Weird weather.
Yeah.
Right. So my mom used to say we have to oil the kid very nicely and give a massage.
Right.
And then give a bath.
Yeah.
Right. I've heard from a lot of people. Another thing is we never had help. Right. It was a COVID world and we also like to do it ourselves. Right. So my mom taught me how to do massage and for the kid. So that is one advice that you do it this way. It will help your kid has actually helped.
Helped him.
Yeah. And the way he used to giggle when we used to give him massages, right? So that
You
was-
can never forget that.
Never,
It's been a
never.
beautiful experience
Yes.
to see them laugh,
Yes.
especially when you do something.
And we
for them.
sometimes we would not do anything, just go near him and he used to start giggling. So it was wonderful.
Nice.
That advice was good also and helpful.
Of
right?
course.
And
Right.
the other main thing is when he used to like eat a lot, they had a tendency of putting it out, right? If it is more
Gagging.
gagging, yeah.
Right.
So my mom told lift up something, not pillow. Keep a cloth or something to their head,
Got it.
so that it doesn't come out. They make the sound, then you can lift them.
Got it.
So that stopped them from choking. That
course.
has helped.
Yeah.
So
And to sleep at peace as well, right?
Yes.
Because whatever you say, there are just so many fears involved around
everything.
everything. And especially, I didn't realize that I had so many fears in me.
yeah.
And I thought I was this very adventurous, wild person till I was a mother. And since I've been a mother, I've realized the amount of crazy, weird fears that just set in by default. You
Yes.
want to talk about one? I'd love
so,
to hear one.
so many are there, right? Like that. So I read somewhere that don't put any blankets around the kid.
Okay.
Right. So, but I cannot sleep without a blanket. So I
Oh, they may,
they may close
their
and
head.
suffocate.
Of
and
course, heavy
themselves.
blankets especially,
Yeah,
right?
and-
Because they don't have the ventilation.
Athar, touchwood, used to sleep the entire night pretty much, right? Or if he wanted milk, he used to just crawl near me, ask, like, try to pull and then just
What
drink
a
and sleep.
beautiful boy.
Yeah, touchwood. So, but I was a different mother that I'd get up and see if he's pulled my blanket. So
No, that's the
was
standard. We are born with that. The
Yeah.
way we become mothers, we are born mothers with that.
Yeah.
Fear that sets in.
Yes.
Because the baby is like a part of you.
Yes.
It's almost like your life is out
Yes,
there. And
yes.
there are just so many things that could happen to this life right in front of you.
Yes.
So how have you changed before and after?
I think there is a drastic change. I used to think I have a lot of patience, and now I know I don't have. It's just limited. So I thought I'll be very gentle with my kid, right? I would never yell at my kid. Thought I would never scold him, right? I'm not that mom.
I don't think anybody is. How much ever we would like to create this ideal pedestal of how
Oh,
we
yes.
see ourselves as mothers,
Yeah.
the reality is when it comes to managing small children 24/7 who are never listening to you.
Yeah, I used to get up by 6:30. That is enough. Like only we used to have breakfast. Even bread would do. Right now, bread won't do every day.
Where is the vegetable?
Where is this? And then your mind kicks in. Oh, you're not a good mom. You're not doing good breakfast, good lunch, right? So that has shifted definitely. Yeah,
It's a very beautiful point. Guilt trips.
lot of times.
Yeah, so we are constantly navigating guilt trips.
Back
It
and
is-
forth.
Yeah, it is really hard and harsh.
Yes.
Because we are our biggest critics as
yes,
mothers.
all the time.
The rest of the world honestly doesn't care.
And they're much milder towards you, maybe, but you cannot be.
cannot
that.
be.
No.
And is there something that
Yes.
you would probably like to tell mothers? Because trust me, you are not alone on being in such a guilt trip or guilt
Yeah,
journey. So
yeah.
how do you handle these guilt trips when they come to you?
The main guilt trip I have is working, right? And him being in daycare because,
Right.
believe it or not, 1 year after the COVID ended,
Right.
thankfully,
Right.
He, as soon as he was 1 year, 4 days, he went to daycare. So from year 1 till today, he goes to daycare. So
Right.
that is a guilty thing that is always running around me. So there are parents who've left their work, taking care of him, but I'm not that mom. So have I prioritized my career over him and things like that? But that's one advice I also give. We are not entirely guilty, so, though even I always feel, till today I feel. But I think it's good to prioritize your career, your kid, your personal life, and your space, right? Because I think around the kid, if you are and you're not concentrating to yourself, you're going to lose it after a few years because they're going to outgrow you and they're going to do their own stuff. Then you're
Matter of
left with
time.
nothing, right?
Absolutely,
So-
absolutely, matter of time. And trust me, that's not the guilt that you face alone.
Yes.
Now, the reality is, even if a mother is a homemaker, she has immense guilt around
Different
things.
things.
Yeah, different things, and there is a huge guilt that sets in on, like, here in your situation because you're working. You feel guilty about the fact that you're not spending enough time with the child,
Yes.
maybe. But for a mother who's a homemaker, she is guilty about the fact that she's unable to spend time on herself and things that
Exactly.
she wants to do.
Exactly.
So the only thing that I say is that it's important to probably take a step back
Yes.
and get clarity.
Yeah,
Yes,
what you want to do.
What you really want to do.
Yes.
And there's no right or wrong answer to this.
Yes.
Just because you're saying that I want to divide my time between a career and a child doesn't necessarily make you a bad mom.
Yes.
Because you decide that I don't want to spend my time on a career and I just want to take a break and spend a little extra time for my child doesn't make you bad at career either.
Exactly. There's always both the worlds.
Yeah, it's just a choice.
Yes.
It's a choice with clarity that
yes.
you just take
And do
and
it.
do it with complete involvement.
Yes.
So that's it. That's
That's
precisely what it
Yeah.
is.
I mean, that's how I also convince myself because I've seen moms who've taken break and come back, right? They have their own struggles because they have their own thoughts, right?
Right.
So I realized there's no right and wrong. You just make sure he grows well, you grow along with it.
And we are all individuals.
Correct.
If we can understand that every child is different, why can't we understand that every mother's journey is different?
Definitely. Yes.
That's it,
That's
right?
a very good point, right?
Yeah, we are all
Different.
We're different.
Yeah.
And one rule doesn't fit all.
No way. Right? Yeah.
Right? We are a versatile country with different
yeah,
languages. So,
yes.
of course, every home will be different. The food we
Correct.
eat is different. The kind of, the way we manage things, the rules we set aside as how a house functions is going to be different.
Everything is different.
How is the journey going to be the same?
Same,
So,
yeah.
I think comparisons are unnecessary.
work. Yeah.
Unnecessary.
But it intentionally or unintentionally happens.
It happens.
Yeah.
Because I think you always look at another example and wonder.
Yeah, and
you
wonder
know,
and also think maybe I should try that.
try that.
Yeah.
Try it. There's no harm in doing that either. You know,
Yeah.
try it, and if it doesn't work for you,
leave
it's
it.
fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Just move on to another
That's right.
experiment. So I think that's a great lesson to take back.
Yes.
In wise words of Apurva.
No.
All motherhood journeys are different. So come forward, do all the excitement that you want to do, and do it with complete clarity and involvement.
Yes.
And just try as much as possible to be guilt-free, because we all are guilty
Oh,
enough.
yes.
Worst critics of
Already.
ourselves. So let's be a little bit milder and nicer to ourselves.
Yes.
We deserve it. We've
Yes.
been through a lot, and we're going to continue being through a lot. Because this journey is never
Oh,
ending.
yeah, it's not going to end.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So now, Apurva, we are moving on to this fun element
Yeah.
called lightning round.
Okay.
So, as you can see, there is an app in front of you,
Yep.
and there's a button called draw.
Yes.
So, what you need to do is hit on the draw, and when you do that, a random number is going to pop up.
Okay.
And whatever number pops up, I'm going to read out the questions associated with that
number.
here, and you will have to answer it really quickly.
Okay.
No thinking, no planning.
Okay.
So, shall we begin? Why don't you hit draw?
Okay. Okay.
25. Okay. The worst parenting advice you were given.
Worst parenting advice is give them punishment right after they do something. It never worked. Yeah, never
backfires.
worked. Backfires like completely, and it comes back to you saying, "Amma, I'll do that to you if you do that to me." So,
Right.
so we
Literally,
only
I hit you.
I hit you. Yeah, yeah. That's the worst advice.
That's the worst advice.
Yeah. We'll go
Please
to
hit
next.
draw. Yes.
Okay, it's 8.
8. I would happily outsource changing diapers on repeat, or convincing a toddler that green food isn't poison.
The second one, green food isn't poison, because this was always easy, right? He would just say, "Amma, I've done it, clean it." He was always comfortable,
Right.
Right. This green food stuff, I have to make up stories. So this is a tree. It's good for you. This is good for brain. This looks like flower. What
Right.
else?
What else?
So
How creative can
how
we get? It
creative.
tests your creativity
Yes.
strongly.
Okay.
Please hit draw.
Yep. 16.
16. Which song from your child's playlist now runs on an endless loop in your head?
Wheels on the bus go round and round all the time. It's round and round in your mind too, right? Don't he
In
stop
the car,
in the
in my
Everywhere.
dreams, in my nightmares.
2 years, any car journey, wheels on the bus, baby shark, so it keeps, it's all, but as
Which
soon
is
as
your
you
favorite?
ask, but I still like baby shark and wheels on the bus.
It's one of your favorites as
Yes, yes.
well. Do you think they become force favorites?
Force
Because
favorites.
it's
Force
not something that you would probably pick on any
No,
day.
no.
It's just that you hear it so often that now you keep humming them
Oh, all the
constantly.
time. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. 14.
14. What's your all-time most effective bribe?
Most effective bribe is mangoes. In the mango season, it always works.
Wow.
I'll give
Fruit
you a
lover.
mango.
Oh, wow.
That works, but
Summers. Other seasons?
Other seasons, it has to be chocolates, which I don't want to say. That's why
It's okay.
Avoid it.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, as much as we don't want to say this out in a healthy forum,
Yes.
what generally happens is we all do it silently.
yes, no, and sometimes it is required, right? You have something, you have to get him, or you have to make him listen to you. That's what works, but generally we avoid it. Till he was 2.5, I
Right.
was successful. We were successful. We never gave him sugar, right? Nothing. Oh, salt, yes, of course, you start after a year, but sugar we never gave. But kicked in. After that, he started going to birthday parties, balloon popping, chocolates falling. Oh wow, Amma, you never gave me
Raining chocolates!
This is so good. Why didn't you give me this?
You deprived me this of 2 years of my life. Now I will show you what.
How do I
cope up with all the deprivation in my life?
Yes, so yes, those two things work.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. 21.
21. The moment your child used your own words against you.
Calm down. So there's a
Baby,
song.
calm down.
Yes, that's
Calm down.
So I used to sing that song, saying, "Baby, calm down, calm down." Okay, whenever I get angry, now he's like, "Amma, calm down all the time."
That's so cute.
So that has worked against me. Then I realized I'm also not very calm to him. Maybe he's learning from me. So that kicked in. We are all in that generation.
7. Your most effective weapon against toddler tantrums.
Toddler tandems is I'll not talk to you. It works.
Ooh, it
After
works.
that too, if Sharat says, my husband, like Dad says, tears, everything. Oh, he's not talking to me. Everything
I
stops.
want to dig deeper into this. I'm sorry.
Why?
I'll take a break.
Right?
I yell. Okay. I scream. I'm like all red.
Yes.
Okay. But they don't care.
No.
I'm like a background noise.
Yes.
The moment my husband Deepak comes forward and says, with a slightly heavy voice,
Yeah.
kids, that's it. There are tears flowing down. The reaction is. I mean, and I'm literally standing there, and the only thing, I mean, I know I'm getting the work done.
Yes.
They are listening.
Yes.
But the only thing that hits me here, right
Why
here,
not listen?
when I do this, why? Why do they care? Zilch. And it's rarer as well, I think.
Yeah, it's
because we
rarer.
are more commonly seen with them and hence commonly yelling. Hence, it's become a background noise.
Yes.
Which is also something I have tabbed myself with. It's just because it's rarely coming from
Yes,
them.
yes.
I do it often, which is again like this third guilt comes in. Am I doing it too often?
I was about to say, am I like a broken tape recorder? They say, right? Am I like that?
There is this guilt mode that you run into. Okay, maybe I was too harsh with them.
Yes.
Maybe I'm constantly being harsh with them. But the reality is, they don't really remember because if I'm a background noise, they don't care. So again, a guilt that comes and goes. But
Yeah.
they know that you love them.
Yes.
And you do this because you love them.
Yes.
So don't worry, moms.
Yeah.
Please continue.
Yeah.
15. The lesser evil. Baby shark or coco melon
Baby shark.
is the lesser evil. Okay.
Yeah.
Chalega.
Chalega.
I'll handle it.
Yeah, I'll handle it.
Coco melon? No.
No. Okay, spinning. 12.
12. The number of times you have used this line post motherhood. By the way, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Oh, I think just before I came here, just before I dropped him to daycare, I think every day at least 20, 30 times.
Right.
I don't know
Yeah.
what I'm doing. I give him some rice and I don't know what I'm doing. If he's going to eat, is it healthy? Is it enough? Is filling him in?
No idea.
No idea.
We have no idea what
No
we're doing.
idea.
We
Yes.
just go on autopilot mode.
Yes. 24.
24. What's the wildest thing you have Googled as a mom?
The color of the poop is the wildest I've done. One. Okay.
3 things in your handbag post motherhood.
Post motherhood, wet wipes, lot of cloth pieces, small ones, and a changing dress
Right.
all the time.
All the time.
You asked 3, if it was 4, it would be food.
Yeah.
Something to
Correct.
nibble, like raisins or cashews, something like that.
Right.
4.
In my rare moments of self-time, I secretly escape to do.
Secretly escape to do gardening, painting. Sometimes I dance, but nowadays I don't get time. I was trying to hit the question mark. 18.
18. The weirdest thing your child has a meltdown over.
Oh, weirdest thing. Stick. Just yesterday. That's why I remember very quickly, right? Stick from a plant. It had fallen down. A kid took his stick from his hand. That's all. Meltdown. Completely. It took 15 minutes to convince him that there are more in this world.
But that was not a stick to him, was it?
Yeah, no.
That was a sword,
Oh, so
which was gold plated.
You were right, exactly. Bang on, it was a sword. Amma, that's my sword. Why did he take? So it started like that. So that was a meltdown in front of everyone there. That's when you lose your calmness. At home, you start, you were so patient here. Why were you not like that downstairs? So
Because I think we're so bound by all the social aspects
think. We
of
shouldn't be,
people
but-
looking at you.
Yeah.
No, it's a learning journey, and I get these silent feedbacks
Vibes.
from all the stares.
Yes.
that, piercing through me. At home, we are at our safe
Comfort.
space.
Yes.
So we are always responding with far more calmness.
Yes.
But in a social environment, we are nervous about what the world thinks.
Yes. And also it's more for the kids, I think. When they're out in the open, the meltdown is also faster.
True.
Like quick. it happens. He's like,
because they use the social environment as a means of getting the work done. If they yell and they scream,
True.
they know that you will be jittery.
yes,
You might probably give them what they want faster. They also learn really
very
fast.
true, very true. 13.
The best parenting lie you have told your child which has not been caught yet.
Best parenting lie is after 8 o'clock, all the lights turn off on its own because there is a person who is switching on and off. And after 8, if the light is on, 8 p.m., the light is on, he's going to come and ring the bell and then turn off. So that's the lie. It's worked so far.
He's almost 4, right?
Yeah, it's going to stop. I know. So you have to come up with a creative lie because a plain lie doesn't stand for long.
The kids these days are far more logical as well.
Oh, much more.
So they ask you, the whys never end.
Why? Yeah.
Why? Why would the person come at this hour?
Yes.
Why would you open the door?
Yeah.
Why would you allow the person?
Exactly.
Why would the person be needed to switch off the
Switch off
light
the
when you
light.
have a finger to switch it off yourself?
Yes.
The whys start coming in so frequently that the lies have to be even more stronger,
Oh, yeah.
creative, that you leave no loopholes.
Yes.
Anywhere.
He tells me, can you turn on and off once and show me that it's off, right? Then we try to switch on and off the plug where it is not connected to light or fan, right? We just turn on and off that one.
Creative parents.
Yeah. So
Now it's next level of creativity. Loopholes are coming in dhire dhire.
yeah, we have to see ahead what it will be. I'm sure he'll catch it.
Apurva, it was super fun having you here, and the conversation has been amazing. And I'm really glad that you could take our time and come and join us. Now, I always say this, so I'm going to say this out to you. This is no coffee with Karan.
It's a chat with Shubhna.
It's a chat with Shobna. But because every lightning and rapid fire rounds generally ends with a hamper,
Okay.
I have a hamper for you.
Oh, really? Oh, look at that. So cute.
I am a hardcore follower of health and wellness for mothers.
I know.
That's what Zen Moms is all about.
Okay.
So I can't go against my policies, which is why the hamper has to be in line with my policies.
Okay.
I really hope you enjoy it.
Thank you.
You can show it to the world.
Oh, okay. I can. Oh, wow. It's wonderful.
Santara, orange.
Orange. How did you manage to get? We are not getting in the
It took me
stores.
a lot of time, effort.
And,
But it was
mehnat.
It was for you, Apurva. I had to do
to do
this.
it.
I had to search
Oh,
through
everywhere.
all the forums online, through all the stores next door. But I did find it for you. So I'm really glad that you enjoyed this.
Yes, it was
And I really hope that you'll be able to share this with your family.
Yeah. Oh, I think Athar will have the entire stuff. He loves oranges, mango. He's a fruit lover, so.
So this could be the next bribe.
Yeah.
You come home, I'll give you an orange.
He's like, "Mama, where did you get it? Because we were not getting it for the past couple of days. So.
Oh, so you really meant that?
Yeah, I really meant that.
Then I'm really glad. See, I chose the right fruit. I telepathically, I knew. Atharva told me this.
She's not finding oranges.
Let me find her an orange. Yes. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Shobna.
My name is Shobna and I'm the founder of ZenMoms.org, a platform dedicated to the holistic wellness of women and mothers of all ages and stages.